Well, we're right here. Let us go... Let's go right.
Let's go to the right? Okay. Now,
So
is your general strategy to go to near the edge of the map?
No. That's just where you kind of think, well... It's a better strategy than going towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Battle starts.
There's...
Battle starts.
Because you think about going to the middle of the map, you immediately become a target.
Yeah, and you can't control the engagement in any way.
And well, unless significantly, significantly, you'll likely be the first ship that's spotted.
Yeah.
Which means you'll be the first ship to be shot at. But I'm generally going to make my way around this big island directly ahead of me.
Yeah.
So more off to your port or your starboard. And then from around that island, I'm going to make decisions. So it's entirely likely I will cut between that island and the island to its northwest on the same bearing.
Okay.
It's entirely likely.
I should probably start ramping up my speed now.
Yeah,
I was going at half speed, so you could catch up.
Yeah, I would just go ahead and bump it up.
Yeah, I'm already bumped it up. I'm actually kind of worried about this
Make sure to keep your rudder going to port.
To port.
Or just starboard, sorry. Because I don't want to ram.
Starboard's to the starboard's to the right because port has the same number of letters as left.
Yeah.
It's the trick I learned.
Did you hear the reasoning for coming up with that term?
Starboard versus port?
Well, no, coming up with the why not calling it right and why not calling it left.
I've never actually heard that reasoning.
I can tell you. Would you like to hear?
You know, I would.
So the reason they started calling it starboard and port was that when you're on a ship and your orientation...
By the way, will my gun shoot over you?
Yeah, they can. Don't shoot targets like right next to me, and they should clear me. See?
Okay. Well, I figured I'd ask before I just start slinging shells at this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a beautiful one.
Which guy?
You can't see these guys out at about 9, 10
I just wasn't paying attention. When you're on a ship, right, and things are happening, your orientation is being changed. It's important to know, like if the captain needs to give directives, it's important for him to be able to relay where the problem is or whatever. So rather than having to tell whoever he's commanding orientation.
Oh, okay. So it's the perspective of I can't
ship.
necessarily know which way you're looking, so it's from the perspective of the ship.
Yeah, it's whatever the port side of the ship will never ever change. It'll always be the port side of the ship. Starboard side is the same way. So under that logic, you'll always know what the captain's talking about, or what anyone's talking about. It's a guy 6 kilometers directly ahead who's coming around the headland.
I see him.
There's a guy who was sitting behind that thing. I think he burned up.
Yeah, he burned out.
Okay, and he's on the edge of the map, so he's going to move laterally and not any farther. So you don't need to lead him like for distance. You can just lead him for speed.
And he's not moving very fast either.
No, because I think he's trying to get off the border of the map. I'm going to start pulling.
I think he's come to a stop. He might not have propulsion anymore. He's on fire.
Yeah, that's not good for him. I'm going to start turning to port. I just got one of those guns. He was pretty dosed.
That should have finished him off, yeah. My first player kill.
Nice. Alright, actually I'm going to come back to starboard. Stay on your trajectory and then start turning to avoid the edge of the map. I'm going to come around this headland and attack him.
There's an enemy over here. 5 kilometers out. He's engaging me. I'm engaging him.
I know. That's the guy I'm talking about. I'm going to come around this headland and help out. So you probably want to start your turn, and I'm going to kind of squeak in front of you. And we're just going to have a go at this guy. Try to avoid ramming him.
Will do.
You'll take excessive amounts of damage. To the point where you will die. But also don't ram me, because although I won't take damage, it will cause problems.
Must stop that.
He's on fire. He will die.
Well, we outgun him.
With HE, it's not a bad idea to aim for the superstructure.
Yeah, that's what I would do, and I switched to HE because I was just going to start blasting his superstructure. Now I can pretty much can't miss his water line.
Yeah. Well, water line is good for AP because that's where the armor is.
That's what I meant. Oh, give him the broadside.
Yeah, there's another guy.
Surrender your booty.
I gotta swing the guns around, so.
Alright, well, I'll start engaging targets.
Hopefully they'll turn someday. Oh my god, they weren't on the right bearing.
These guys don't seem to be moving very fast, I will say.
Well, I mean, we're only going 20 knots.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, even relatively speaking, these guys aren't moving hardly at all, it feels like.
Yeah, 20 knots is a little fast. Most ships go about 30 or so. What's happening with my screen? Some weird shit. He's not moving fast, though. Did you get another one?
Give me the 3-piece.
Alright, all the rest of the enemy ships are down south, so we'll just set our bearing for due south and sail. So what do you think?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I
I'm
enjoyed
loving it. I mean, granted, this is an easy game to love because I bust out and get a 3-piece, you know, nice and easy. So I can't. It's hard to feel too bad about this game, but that was a lot of fun.
That's why always been my thought about some of these games is that if your first game out is a win and you think you played well, even if you didn't, but you have the thoughts that, man, I did something good there. I played well.
Yeah.
I got decent results, or what I would consider decent results.
Yeah.
Then I feel like you enjoy the game a lot more.
Yeah, that's definitely true. You know, I think part of that is like, you know, even if you don't do well, like if the game felt fun even then, like, I mean, this game was a lot of fun because I slaughtered some people. I mean, looking at my board, I've got 32 hits, a fire, a critical hit, a Citadel hit, I guess?
Citadels, it's like a picture of the ship.
Yeah.
With the Citadel areas highlighted.
Yeah, so I got 32 hits, a fire, a Citadel hit, a critical hit, and 3 ships sunk. I mean, it's hard to... I mean, by any stretch of the imagination, I'm assuming that's a pretty good performance for
That's not a bad one. The 3 kills are... this game kills mean a lot.
Yeah.
I've had games where I had a game in my Atlanta that I might make a video out of that I had I mean, I had like 140 hits, which is a lot, but the guns are small caliber, so I didn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, is this game like World of Tanks in terms of like damage is the actual metric that matters, not kills?
It's what's going to measure your success. But kills are like happenstance, but I feel like there's more weight on kills in this game.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I didn't do very much. I think I did in total 30,000 damage, which is very light for a Tier 7 cruiser. But I got 3 kills, you know, because it's like I kept running into ships that were in dire straits, and I helped finish them off. Or I ran into a ship that I could just finish off. Oh, we're accidentally going to cap, I think. But
well, I mean, there's only one guy left, and he's in an Erie. Yeah.
I'm going to turn and go around the cap circle because it looks like they're not trying to cap.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we may as well hunt this dude down.
Yeah, so I'm going to go around the caps. Yeah. If you want to stay out of the buoys, then you won't go in.
I mean, another thing, like, I just noticed, like, I took virtually no damage this game.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, I felt like I played really well, but on the other hand, I'm kind of sitting here saying, you know, maybe I was just, you know, beating up on players who don't have that much more experience than me. So
no,
like,
well, yeah, players playing rank 1 ships are very likely brand new to the game.
Yeah, and especially since this is the, you know, the open beta, I guess, you know, whatever triggered today. Or not the open, but the second round of closed beta triggered today.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's conceivable I'm not alone in that. I don't know. You know what? At the end of the day, I'm proud of this game. I'm happy with my performance. Not gonna complain.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like if every time someone loaded up a game like World of Tanks, War Thunder, Planes or Ground, and had their first game, they go out and get a few kills, or maybe just do some cool shit. It gets you into the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, even in like War Thunder, Planes, like, you know, if you got shot down on your first PvP, but you shot another guy down,
you feel kind of good.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna feel real good because it's like you did something.
There we go. Well, you had a lovely view of the cap circle.
Yep.
Let's see how XP turned out.
Oh, that feel right there.
That's pretty good.
I just want that noted.
I got shit.
Yeah.
How much
and
damage?
This guy, yeah.
How much damage you do?
Let me get over there. total of about 15,000 damage.
Okay, I did about 7,000. So
I fired 70 shells, had whatever 32 hits.
I only fired 36 because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you gotta keep the guns firing, bro. But yeah, I did about 15,000 damage between AP and HE. Yeah.
Nice.